My dear love, today I feel compelled to open my heart completely and express truths that have been quietly but persistently rising within me, truths I can no longer deny, suppress, or push aside. Over time, I have finally come to understand the full weight of my actions, the pain I caused you, and the far-reaching ripples of hurt that followed in their wake. This realization did not come easily. It required me to confront parts of myself that I had long avoided, parts shaped by fear, pride, and unresolved wounds. Looking inward has been uncomfortable and, at times, devastating, yet I now understand that if I ever hope to rediscover peace within my soul, I must face these truths honestly and without excuse. There is an emptiness I carry now, a hollow and aching space where your presence once lived so naturally and brightly. I never imagined I would feel an absence this profound, this consuming. Only now, in the quiet left behind, am I beginning to truly comprehend the depth of meaning you brought into my life and how deeply intertwined your presence had become with my sense of self and belonging. As I reflect on the past, memories surface with painful clarity, and I can see all the love, time, patience, and devotion you gave so selflessly. You offered yourself with an open heart, never calculating, never withholding, always choosing kindness even when it required sacrifice. You stood by me with a gentleness that asked for nothing in return except honesty and care, and I failed to fully honor that gift. At the time, I didn't grasp the magnitude of what I had been given. I mistook constancy for something guaranteed and love for something that would always wait. Now, looking back, I feel a deep admiration for you mixed with an equally deep regret for my blindness. You were understanding without being weak, patient without losing yourself, and strong in a way that never needed to announce itself. You loved me without judgment, even when I gave you reasons to walk away, and you believed in me during moments when I doubted myself or refused to face my own flaws. In you, I saw everything I had ever yearned for, the person I once dreamed of, the connection I thought existed only in imagination, yet I did not protect it with the care it deserved. For a long time, I convinced myself that I could move on, that I could leave what we had behind and somehow find peace elsewhere. I told myself that distance would dull the ache, that distraction would quiet the guilt, and that time would absolve me of responsibility. But I see now how deeply mistaken I was. The lies I told, both to you and to myself, the avoidance I practiced when honesty was required, and the choices I made out of fear rather than love have followed me relentlessly. They linger in my thoughts, appearing in quiet moments when there is nothing left to distract me from their truth. I am haunted by those decisions, carrying a remorse I never imagined would settle so heavily in my heart. Ironically, I now find myself experiencing the very heartbreak and loneliness I once caused you. The nights feel longer, the silence heavier, and the absence more pronounced than I ever expected. This realization weighs on me deeply, as though life itself has gently but firmly restored balance, returning to me the pain I once placed upon your heart. Though this understanding is painful, I cannot deny its truth, nor can I escape the lesson it carries. In your absence, I have watched you from afar and witnessed how far you have come. Even at a distance, your spirit shines with a clarity and strength that humbles me. You radiate peace now, and there is a quiet happiness about you that speaks of growth, healing, and self-respect. I realize now that I could not fully appreciate this version of you while I stood beside you, blinded by my own inner conflicts and fears. Seeing you flourish has been both inspiring and sobering, because it reminds me not only of your resilience but also of what I failed to protect. You carry yourself with a grace that cannot be shaken by the past, and that alone commands my deepest respect. When I think of you, I remember how you brought light into every space you entered, how your laughter softened tension, how your presence made others feel seen, and how your warmth lifted those around you. It pains me to know that my actions disrupted that light, leaving shadows where you had carefully built hope and joy. I regret deeply how my unresolved struggles pulled you into storms that were never meant to be yours to weather. Now, I feel the full weight of the pain I caused, not as an abstract idea but as something tangible and ever-present. There are moments when regret tightens my chest, when memories replay themselves with merciless clarity, and when I wish more than anything that I could reach back into the past and choose differently. Yet I understand now that wishing cannot rewrite history, and words alone, no matter how sincere, cannot mend what has been broken. I have come to understand just how fragile trust truly is, how carefully it must be handled, and how devastating it can be once shattered. I see now that trust, once broken, is not easily restored, and sometimes it may never return in the same form. This realization has forced me to confront the consequences of my actions without illusion or self-pity. I tried to distance myself from you, believing that emotional detachment would shield me from vulnerability and protect me from feeling too deeply. I thought that if I kept my heart guarded, I could avoid pain altogether. But instead, all it did was deepen my regret and intensify my feelings for you. No matter how much space I placed between us, you remained in my thoughts, a constant presence I could neither silence nor ignore. You appeared in quiet moments, in familiar places, and in unexpected memories, reminding me of what was real and what was lost. Through this, I have come to see that what I have been searching for all along was never something fleeting or superficial. I was searching for something real, something grounding, something that felt like home. And without fully realizing it at the time, I had already found that in you. You were my anchor during moments when I felt adrift, offering stability when my world felt uncertain and directionless. You were a steady light when doubt clouded my judgment, guiding me gently even when I resisted guidance. For that, I am eternally grateful. The love, kindness, and patience you showed me did not simply comfort me, they changed me. They revealed parts of myself I had long neglected and showed me the kind of person I could be if I allowed myself to grow. There were many times when I tried to convince myself that I could move on, that I could sever this connection and walk forward unaffected. Yet every attempt only brought me back to the same truth: I am deeply and completely invested. In you, I see everything I could ever want in a partner, not perfection, but authenticity, compassion, strength, and a capacity for love that is both rare and profound. I recognize now that my own fears and unresolved wounds have held me back more than I ever admitted. Scars from past betrayals shaped my behavior in ways I didn't fully understand at the time. They taught me to be cautious, to expect disappointment, and to protect myself at all costs. In doing so, I built walls around my heart, believing they would keep me safe. I didn't realize that those same walls were also keeping you out, preventing me from fully showing up in the way you deserved. Fear disguised itself as self-preservation, and I mistook emotional distance for strength. But when I look at you now, I feel something shift within me. I want to believe that I can let go of those fears, that I can trust in something real, something built not on avoidance but on honesty, openness, and mutual care. With you, I feel a hope I have never felt before, a hope that does not come from fantasy or idealization, but from truth and understanding. You have shown me that love does not have to be transactional, conditional, or rooted in fear. You have shown me that love can be patient without being passive, strong without being controlling, and deep without being destructive. For the first time, I feel ready to let down my guard and embrace that kind of love fully, without reservation or pretense. I do not want my past to dictate my future, nor do I want fear to make decisions on my behalf. I know now that you are worth the risk, worth the vulnerability, and worth the courage it takes to love honestly. So here I am, standing in truth, opening myself in ways I never thought I could. I am ready to be vulnerable, not because vulnerability is easy, but because it is necessary. I am ready to face discomfort, to communicate openly, and to act with integrity rather than impulse. Thank you for believing in me when I struggled to believe in myself, for your patience when I faltered, and for showing me what love can truly mean when it is rooted in authenticity and care. I am ready now to nurture this bond with intention, to cherish it with humility, and to honor it with my whole heart, knowing fully what it is worth and never again taking its presence for granted.